quick tips for helping marketing of your yoga studio. Okay, so just going to go one by one. So the first one I want to talk about is creating content to give for free. Every day your yoga studio has X amount of classes. You talk about different topics, and so what I would recommend strongly is to go ahead and at least once or more times a week film an entire class. Take pictures of certain positions, create some content, create quick, 1 to few minute videos of specific postures or a yoga theme for the day or a quote by your favorite yogi or anything that's related. But just giving away free content is extremely valuable. You're helping people and you're creating more trust. People like to know more about you before they go to your yoga class. So creating videos, filming, putting on YouTube, writing about it, creating blog posts, super, super important. That's number one. Twitter search. What I would recommend as far as the second one is to actually go to Twitter and use a refined search to find people that are interested in maybe they have an itch for doing yoga, or they just took their first beginner class, or they didn't like their yoga experience, and actually contacting them and not trying to tell them, oh, here's a free class or here's a class. Actually responding to them and connecting with them. So if they didn't like their first experience, ask them why, give them some tips. Maybe they were sore after, and you can give them some kind of extra tip. If they're going to connect with you, some of the people will actually want to look at your profile, and you may get a new student. But first of all, you're helping people, and that's a part of yoga as well. So step 2, Twitter. Now I'm just going to show you a quick thing as far as refining on Twitter. So what I did is I actually went to Twitter right now and I typed in one test term such as I want yoga, or some kind of variation of that, I want yoga, and I used the location term to find the location of the person who tweeted that's nearest to you. So for this example, I typed in Los Angeles, so near : quotes Los Angeles, and you can see it right here. And so I kind of go down one by one, and what we want to try to do is dive into the conversation, try to give some insight, some help to people. So if you go here 14 hours ago, you can see someone was chatting with some other people. Zoki was chatting, and she wrote, I want to try yoga, I just feel intimidated since it'll be my first time. Perfect a response. All you have to do is, with your Twitter account, click on reply and give some tips, some insight, help them solve some kind of fear, and help them, and you're gonna do good. So dive into a conversation. Don't tell them about your class or your free or blah blah blah. Zoki doesn't really care about it, but help her dive into yoga, and you're doing the right thing. Okay, let's just go down a little bit more and see if we can find anything else. Let's see this. Okay. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to talk about is when you search, it's better to filter by all right here, so you can see everybody's looking for this kind of information. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Here's a perfect example. Hey, what kind of yoga do you do? They ask some kind of friend, cause I run, but I really want to start yoga. Give them some advice. Give them some tips. Maybe narrow it down for someone who likes to run or do maybe more intensive yoga. Give them some options. Talk about maybe Ashtanga or whatever it is. Some yoga you may recommend. Get into the conversation with them. And then obviously on and on and on, and check your Twitter account often, and continue to do this, and you'll find that you're helping people, and you definitely will get new students. The third thing I wanted to talk about is about testimonials. So when people research about your business, your yoga studio, your services, more and more online people check about what other people say about you. So I strongly recommend going personally, asking, not by phone, not by email, but asking your students face to face, please, if you can write a fully honest review about what you think about your experience, I would appreciate it. And post them on your website. Ask people to review on Yelp. Ask them to review on your Google listing, your Google Places listing. Anywhere you can, ask for those personally. You're giving something amazing, your yoga classes, and it's okay to ask for an honest review. Post it everywhere, and it'll